Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are gonna jump right into it today. I'm so excited about this video. I'm sharing with you some homemade versions of some really common, sometimes not so healthy kids snacks that are proven to be loved by my kids. So if you're new here, subscribe. I would love to have you. Hit the thumbs up button to support my channel if you would be so kind, and let's get on with the video. All right, getting started here, we are making Velveetas. I will admit these are more just like a homemade recipe to save us money because our kids love Velveetas. Rather than like a healthier alternative to a Velveeta, these do have quite a bit of sugar in them, as you will see. So if you're looking for a healthier option, this may not be the one, but this is, we treat Velveetas more like a treat in our household. They're kind of like in the same category as fruit snacks where we don't give them often, but if we're out and about or if we just need a quick treat, or if we have a kid that's like really melting down because they're hangry beyond the point of like eating anything appropriate. I mean, I'm admitting this here, but this is something that we would offer them in that scenario. So these actually ended up being really, really delicious. So you just mix everything together, struggle with the parchment paper for half an hour and bake them, and I will show you how they turn out. So I don't have a whole lot of footage of the Velveeta cookies actually made because they went very quickly in our house. Everybody devoured them. I ended up cooking them for probably a little bit longer than I should have because I was waiting for them to brown. So maybe take that into consideration. Moving on to homemade puffs. I was so excited to see how many of these recipes there were out there. I picked a version that was paleo just because I wanted it to be dairy-free and to be sort of a healthier option. I feel like regular puffs are more of an entertainment type snack for a baby. If you're not familiar, they're just kind of like a little finger food that's a little bit easier for tiny hands to pick up and eat, and I feel like they're just nutritionally void. They don't have a whole lot in them. They do have some iron, which you want your baby to get plenty of, but this is a great alternative. It's a finger food. They can still pick it up very easily, and it has some nutritional value. If you guys don't have one of these microwave steamer bowl things, you need to get one. I will leave a link in the description box below. It was really inexpensive on Amazon, and I use it probably every single day. You just put water in the bottom, whatever you want to steam in the cage on top, and microwave it. It just could not be easier. Extremely easy to clean. I just throw it in the dishwasher and I love it. So I'll link it below. Same with this immersion type blender thing. I love this as well, and I will link it below. So right now I'm just mixing everything together. The warmed up potato, the apple. The recipe actually said to peel the apple, but I kept the skin in and it blended up just fine. And then you use 2 egg yolks in there and blend it up really well, and then it's ready to go. Let me know in the comments if you have one of those like bag holders that make it easier to meal prep and fill up a gallon bag with anything, because I have one in my Amazon cart and I just haven't pulled the trigger, and this was like the first time I was thinking, man, I wish I had one of those. So let me know if you have one and if you like it. probably enjoyed this part way too much. I just like doing mindless, systematic tasks like this. I actually used to do a lot of like cake decorating, and this brought me back to those days of using like the piping stuff. But yeah, this part was really fun, and you can really load up the tray because they don't spread out at all, as you'll see. Alexa, set a timer for 15 minutes. So these turned out absolutely perfect. I love them. They tasted delicious. Eloise loved them. It made an entire second tray with just one batch of the recipe, but I scorched those because I forgot they were in the oven. If you take nothing else away from this video, please, please, please take this recipe. I use this recipe every single week. I have since way before the twins were born. These are a really, really healthy alternative to boxed pancakes, and honestly, they are so incredibly easy. I feel like they turn out better and more consistent than even boxed pancakes. Boxed pancakes are notorious for having a lot of extra stuff in them that you don't want, and they all contain milk ingredients. So if you're dairy-free, then you can't use boxed pancakes like I am. So using this recipe will get you past that, and it's good for you. It's much more nutritionally dense and closely aligned to paleo. I don't know if it's exactly paleo, but it's got to be close. But yeah, you got to try them. They work great every time. They're so consistent. I can't speak highly enough about them. This was actually my first time using coconut milk rather than almond milk, and it was really good. It's like coconut milk is just so much thicker and richer and doesn't have a lot more calories than almond milk. So look how much it sticks to the glass after I poured it in. So I definitely recommend using coconut milk if you haven't yet. So this is just a nifty little egg cooker. I thought I would try out cooking a pancake on it. I usually just do it on a skillet, like a griddle type skillet, but I thought I would try it out, and it actually turned out really, really good. So it just would take forever to do as many pancakes as we go through. I double the recipe every time I make these, and I plan on having a lot left over to freeze, but I never end up having near as much as I thought I would because everybody just eats them all. Bear especially, he's a big pancake eater. So as often as we do pancakes, I was considering getting like a griddle, an electric griddle that had more surface area for making pancakes. And then I brought it up to Brad, and he pointed out that that's just one more appliance that we have to find a place for, which I agree with. So I don't know if I'll get like another griddle like this that I can put on the stove, or if you guys have an electric griddle that you love that's worth it, let me know in the comments below. But I just need more space to make the pancake making process go a little bit quicker. To have the best luck freezing them, I put them in the freezer on the drying rack first, get them nice and frozen, and then I stack them into a Tupperware, and then they don't all stick together. Muted with the voiceover. I was so excited at how easy this was. It only takes a few ingredients and you have your own homemade fruit snacks. I should have said this earlier, but don't worry about the recipes for any of these. They're all in the description box below. This recipe was so incredibly easy. I did not know how it was going to turn out, and it ended up turning out really, really good. I got it from a blog, and it did recommend that if your kid is used to store-bought fruit snacks, add more honey than the recipe suggests. I added a little bit extra honey, but now that I've tasted the fruit snacks, I probably need to add a little bit more. But I think I can gradually wean my kids off of all of that extra sugar. So like I said, it's super easy. You basically just pick a fruit and a vegetable that go together. So in this case, it was carrots and mangoes. Mix in some water and honey, and then pour that into a bottom of a pan. Then, before you turn on the heat, you sprinkle some unflavored gelatin powder on top and let it sit for about 5 minutes until it forms some ridges on top. Just like so. So after that, you turn the heat on medium, and then you're just going to keep stirring until all of the chunks have dissolved. That sounds disgusting. So once it's all dissolved and smooth, then you just pour it into a loaf pan that's lined with parchment paper that sits really awkwardly in there, and you just dump it in there and try to flatten it out as best you can. Seriously, the hardest part of this entire recipe was trying to find a place in my packed refrigerator. Alright, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. If you liked this style of video, please let me know in the comments below, and I have many more knockoff versions of kids snacks that I can share with you. So let me know if you would like to see more videos like this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time. Bye.